Electric Universe Eyes, and today I'm in Amarillo, Texas, and I am headed to Palo Duro Canyon. It's actually a bunch of different canyons, but that's what you can look it up and find it as. And I'm gonna go check it out and see, is there signs of electrical evidence that these canyons were formed like a Lichtenberg pattern on wood and water, for example. So if you've seen any of those wood burning videos that I've done or other people have done, it's pretty awesome. So let's check it out. Let's go see. I'm in Canyon, Texas, which is just west of the big formation. So I'm already seeing some cool stuff here. Look at these outcrops over here. Okay, so I've passed canyon and you can see it's just mostly flat land. Just for miles, it's just flat that way. But up here, we'll go that way and that'll take us back towards the canyon, which is the tip of a very large Lichtenberg fractal that points towards the Rockies from the Texas Panhandle. And if you go north into Oklahoma and in Kansas, there's a bunch of fractals that point back towards this canyon system that kind of come west and then south. So it's interesting when you look at it from above through Google Earth. Just a bunch of flat land out here by myself. Look at all these windmills. I love it. We're in Texas, y'all. Look, cows. Alright, so I'm taking Farm Road 285. I'm gonna take that west. Alright, we're headed toward the direction we need to go. Just want you to get some perspective here. Again, it's just all flat farmland. I just passed a couple of ranches, cattle ranches. Tons of cattle out here, tons of farming. That's all it is. It's really rich land. So I think that this is all floodlands to begin with, but the canyon itself I don't think is from a flood. It doesn't make sense with all of the different inlets and arms. To me it looks like it was vaporized. So anyway, we'll see what the rocks look like and see if I find any evidence that looks like it was electrically formed. I'm getting close. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's awesome. I'm not to the road I'm headed to though yet. But that's just a taste. All right, I made it here. So 207 Texas. It's called William Hamblin Memorial Highway, and that's going to take me down and through the canyon. All right. Let's go. All right. Oh, I see it coming. Area down here, a quarter mile, and it looked like there was a nice lookout. So I'm gonna see if I can find some parking and maybe hike around a bit. Take a look at some of these rocks closer. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Wow, this is really deep. Wow. Oh, look at this cutout right here. Amazing. Man, look at cool. All right, this is that spot I think I was trying to get to. Look at that tip sticking up over there. I went to the Grand Canyon as a kid and I haven't been back, and I really want to go back. But this is the second largest canyon system in America, next to the Grand Canyon. So, all right, I found a parking spot, and ooh, there's a bunch of rock samples around here. So let's see what I find. All right, I'm gonna start by just looking at some of these rocks over here. Let's look at that thing. What the heck? Look. That. Look at that. That's cool. Looks like it got hot, whatever it was. Look at this. Cool. Look, this has just got all kinds of stuff in it. Just a conglomerate of rocks. I'm looking for sea life, but I don't necessarily see any shells or anything in here. I don't think there's any shells in there. That's a cool looking rock. Look, it's like a sea. That looks like a big slab of sandstone. That is sandstone. Chalky. Some more sandstone. Oh, look at this. Top of that thing. Head over this way. So there's the entrance that I just came down to, and here's that big cutout. Interesting layering. Got the layering in that rock too. Look at that side. That's cool looking. All that. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, look at this. Whoa. That's really far down. This gets super deep. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's cold out here. Side, some big chunks of just solid rock over here. Can't see it so well, but it looks like I see some kind of lateral. Oh, the edge looks funny. I like those little dendritic ridges coming off. So was this filled with water at one point? Or did this get vaporized out of here? I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm gonna keep looking around. Here you go, I found a historical marker. Hamblin Drive, named for William H. Hamblin, 1878 to 1952, who in the 1890s pioneered a crude road about 6 miles north into Palo Duro Canyon along old Indian trails. This cut 120 miles off settlers' trips to the courthouse in Claude, but was steep and dangerous. Hamblin and his wife, Ada, 1883 to 1955, ranched near Wayside after 1905. He worked unceasingly to get a passable road through Palo Duro Canyon. Elected county commissioner in 1928, he at last had a graded road built. By decision of the commissioner's court, the road was dedicated in 1930 as Hamblin Drive. With its paving in 1954, a dream of a lifetime was realized. So that's the road I'm going to take over here. I'm going to go ahead and get on my way, see what I can find. I don't really see a hiking trail. I might be able to go through there, but it's pretty dang cold outside right now. There was snow at the airport when I landed, so I'm not really in the mood to freeze my butt off right now. But look at that, it looks awesome. That is just cool. That is a cool rock. Look at what's inside. Look at the layers. Ooh, I like this part too. That's neat. All right. Well, I'm gonna get on with it. What is this? This is, I might brave it. All right, I'm gonna brave it and see. I'm gonna take this little trail because it looks like a bunch of people take it. Because I wanna see what's back here. Look at this. This is pretty cool. Looks like it's just kind of layered up that way. Huh. Rock trail comes down this way. Interesting. It's like a sidewalk of rocks. Lots of animal droppings over here. Oh boy. Looks like maybe somebody got too close to the edge right here. Rest in peace, person. Wow. That's just beautiful. I love all the red rock. That looks kind of scary. Look at those chunks of rock. I don't know that I want to walk out there. Holy crap. This looks kind of scary. it's just beautiful. Oh, my hands are freezing. Okay, I'm gonna head back and let's drive down into this thing, see what I find. All right, here's where I'm at. This is the park I just looked at. You can see I'm gonna be crossing over here on Hamblin Drive, which is this freeway 207 or highway 207 here. So I'll be able to get down to where the river is. So yeah, let's continue on. I just want to show you around a little bit. Here's Palo Duro Canyon State Park, and you can see where it ends. Look at that. It's just all crazy, curvy, jaggedy. And then look, where's the river? Where's the river? There is no real river here. Look. You could say that these are some lead-ins for, water to filter into it. But look at this. Do you think a flood caused this? Do you think it was a river that just slowly eroded this out? Because I don't. I think this is made electrically. And I think the energy was moving through the surface of the earth, connecting to the sky, trying to find a middle point between North Texas and way over here, which, if it'll load, is the southern tip of the Rocky Mountains. It's like it's reaching out, that charge is reaching out to connect over there. Let's see if I can get sorry about this. Come on, I should have loaded this up before I started this video here. Real poor reception. All right, here you go. I am right now almost in the center of the U.S. I'm in the Panhandle of Texas, the very northwest portion of Texas, close to the Panhandle of Oklahoma, which is where I'm headed. But look, you can see just west is that giant vortex circle that creates all of these mountain ranges. And again, where I'm at is pointing that Lichtenberg fractal is pointing towards the Rocky Mountains on the south edge of Colorado that goes down into New Mexico. And those are beautiful mountains. And again, if there is a giant vortex of a storm over four corners, and then you have something going on down here in the Gulf of Mexico, you would have a difference in charge of something that is being extracted, being the Gulf of Mexico, and something being deposited over the southwest U.S., right? You can also see these sinuous kind of formations here going across Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, back all the way up through Kentucky, West Virginia, all the way up to Pennsylvania, right? The Great Lakes also look like this was part of this formation. You get all up into Canada, same thing. Look, you notice this little part of the bay in Canada matches, but it's negative, but it matches this positive addition down here in Florida. So again, my whole point that I'm getting at is this is more global than one event on one continent. This is global. I think this entire surface feature that we're seeing, and I'm just looking at one small fraction of it being the Palo Duro Canyon today. I'm looking at the entire globe being engulfed in plasma and a variation of charge. And there would be volcanism, there would be the earth splitting open, there would be crazy amounts of storms in the sky and discharges between the sky and the earth. So you have a variation of discharges happening everywhere, to the point to where I think this either happened after the fact or before. At some point, I believe the globe expanded. So whether all this happened at one time or this was multiple events, again, all of the mythologies say there were multiple cataclysmic events in history, in time, right? There was the world flood. Everybody knows the great Noah's flood. There were more floods prior to that as well. And there are all kinds of stories in the Bible and all of the other religious stories as well, and mythologies and world cultures that support this. So again, I'm going to zoom back into where I'm at. I just wanted to point to you where I think this is pointing to. So if you take a look here, this canyon system starts right here and it spreads out. And if we just follow it, goes all the way down into Wichita Falls. It's big. It's massive. You can see all the Lichtenberg patterns, even reaching out into this Dallas-Fort Worth area over here, and it continues all the way up this way into this canyon system. So again, was this from a flood that created the Great Plains of the Midwest, of the middle United States, and then this was an after effect of a Lichtenberg pattern reaching out towards the Rockies that were being built up, and all of this stuff vaporized? Whatever was here got dumped somewhere else as well. So anyhow, that's my point. Hope you understand. Let's head on down. Look at that. Wow. It's awesome. There's like nobody out here. I've seen 2 vehicles so far. Oh, this is beautiful. It's just all looks like pure mud when it was laid down anyway. I'm totally in the middle of nowhere, Texas right now. There's not a lot of people out this way. There are I was driving for miles and miles and miles and didn't see houses, just farmland. Here's a little scenic pullover. Pull over right here. Take a look at these rocks right here too. Wow, look at that. That's cool. Look at that. It looks like it was just welded together like that. Beautiful. All right, so I was way up there when I first started out, right, getting here, so. All right, before I leave this place, look at this boulder right here, sticking out of the ground. Look how it's formed like that. Again, it's got that kind of that middle separation with all those bubbles right there. I need to get over there and look at that. Look at this. Look, you can see the direction, the pattern on how this stuff was laid down, or how this was modified anyway. Whether it was etched out and carved out. Oh man, that gets really deep down there. I didn't know it gets that deep. Here's what I wanted to show you. Look at this. Yes, look at that. You've seen that before in videos I've showed you. That I've created in the lab. When the material melts together, it'll pinch together. It's got to be wet, almost a muddy surface to do that. Look at that. That's cool. Look, and it goes all the way across the top. That layer goes all the way down. You can see this is all separated like this. It's a far drop down there. careful because there's no one to save me here. No one would even know. And I don't even have cell phone reception. Look, and there's these little pit holes right here. Look at this. It's a little dragon hole right here. All right, I like how the that rock color is changing. That. That's cool. All right, let's head down more. Just looking for anything that sticks out to me. That looks different. That looks like it's awesome. Neat. This rock down here is just like super red, super iron rich rock. Wow, super red. Let's just go check out this little section real quick. So this over here just looks like a combination of slate and red sandstone. Yeah, it's just pure, it's like scarlet red. Look at that layer here. Oh. Huh. It's pretty neat. It's weird. The color, it's like pink and white mixed together in that layer. Blue and pink and red. What is that? That's strange. That's really strange. I haven't seen that before. Oh, hey, look. Oh, it's just a patina on top. Is it? Yeah, it's just a patina on top. I thought that was maybe some flint. But look at this, though. That's kind of nuts. Huh. Interesting. It's just like, I guess, gray shale right in the middle. That gray shale's right in the middle of this red, iron-rich stone. Look, and there's little bitty layers of that gray shale in between. And then there's also these thick kind of outcrops coming out. Huh, I don't know, let's go deeper. I didn't get too far before I found this. This looks really cool. Oh, look. Holy crap. Wow. Look at that. What is this? Oh man, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. You hear that? Yeah, buddy. Look at all this. There's a lot of it. Whoa, look at that angle. Oh, look at this stuff. This is beautiful. Oh, wow, look. Yes. This is the kind of stuff I was looking for right here. I don't know what this is. It's brittle for sure. It's like a type of calcium? I don't know. It looks like a marble of some sort, but I don't know what this is. Here, there's a bunch of these chunks down in here. I'm gonna have to look this up, but if you know what this is and can leave a comment of what material this is before I figure it out, I would love to know. Awesome, look at that. It's really pretty. It's just everywhere right here. It just falls apart. It's not very hard. Well, look at all this. That's strange though. Look how it's embedded in this rock and just layered in there. Huh. Look at it. It's just strange. Is that electrical? Was that from a discharge? Look at that. Looks like a nice piece of marble, maybe. Look at this. See, but it breaks. It's definitely not hard like a marble, like I would expect. It's chalky. I don't know what this stuff is. It looked cooler until it started to break like that. It just... calcium? I don't know. I don't know what this stuff is. Look at that. It's just... look at how that just is layered like that, though. So, the stuff had to form inside of this red soil. Oh, look at that. Look how it separates on the inside like that. Oh, neat. Look at this one. Looks like the top is just kind of eroded away to show those little spikes. Well, okay. Well, that's that. Look at this. This is weird. This is really strange. I've never seen anything like this. Look at that. So obviously this part eroded out. But look, that's just hanging out like that. Look, you could see it's going all through this. Whatever this mineral is was definitely separated from this iron material. This red stuff I know is full of iron. The white stuff could be calcium, could be whatever, I don't know. But to me, this seems like evidence of more charge separation and layering. So however that took place, I don't know, but you know why I'm out here in the first place. This is pretty cool. All right, that's what I got on this spot. Weird. Didn't expect to see that. That's just funky. All right, let's keep going down. You know, I'll say, whatever this is definitely a ringing rock. It's glassy sounding. That's cool. I'm gonna take a couple with me. I wonder what would happen if I ran electricity through it. Maybe I'll try that when I get back home. Gorgeous. This is gorgeous stuff. Oh, that's a nice piece too. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm out of here now. Okay, I didn't get very far again before I found something that just looked amazing. And as I'm walking up to it, I find this. Look at that. Come on, look at this. Look at this right here. All right, here's what I wanted to show you. Well, this isn't it, but that looks cool too. And here, I'm getting up to where I wanted to show you this guy right here. Look at the top of that. Look at that. So all this red rock has kind of eroded away around this one. But we got this just big chunk right here. And oh yeah, look. Hey, that's that same stuff I saw up towards the top. Kind of looks like calcite maybe. Calcite extracted to the top. This side's looks like a patina. But I see all kinds of swirling motions, layering separations. Look at this. All the way up this way. That crack goes all the way up here. And then look at these guys. Look at that crazy stuff. That's cool. Continues on that way. This thing's taller than I am. And I'm 6'3". That's cool. That's not erosion. That's awesome. I wonder what the backside of this thing looks like. Oh, look, here's a little mini sample. Look, it's got a bunch of those little crystals on it. Look at that. That's the back. The inside. Cool. That looks neat. Look at that. There's another one. Come on, man. There's the side of this thing. Look, you can really see the definition of those lines going across the top. Let's see if I can get up here without hurting myself. Oh yeah. There's still more of that weird shaped rock everywhere. Look at that. So cool. Man. Back you can see veins going through it. Awesome. Oh, ow, it's sharp. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's like, what? What the heck? Very cool. That's very cool. Look at this. It's all crystallized. This one looks almost round. Wow, look at that. That's cool. Do you love rocks as much as I do? Because I love rocks. I've always loved rocks. Even as a kid, I used to play in a valley kind of like this. Not like this. This obviously is much bigger, but look at this stuff. Look, this whole thing. This whole thing's another section here. It's got all these little cross hatches in it. There's another one. Wow. Look at that. Awesome. All right. Well, here, I'm gonna try to get down this way and see what's behind here. That's the backside of it. Look at this, man. This is all one solid piece. It's not eroded away. It was formed like this. Wow. Look at that. These other rocks down here too. Look at that guy. Oh yeah, look at the side of this. So cool. You see where it just goes right through it. Look at that. I like it. And look down here, it's all just that solid red rock. All right. And on top, looks like it's more baked. The top looks like it got hot. And this probably was up there on the edge. And as all of this red soft stuff eroded away, look at this. This is just dirt, okay? Red dirt. And this hard rock looks like it got baked on top of it. This same red dirt is all in those farmlands. And look, you can see all the red layers. That's all. Again, that's why I think this stuff got vaporized out of here. Look, this is hard. Oh, look at this. Oh man, I didn't even look at this part. Look at that. This is all glassy. it gets down, look, it's all hard right until this layer, and all of this is just soft dirt. All soft dirt down here. So look, you can see where the line starts, right there. This gets a little bit harder, but then it starts to turn into a vitrified rock at this layer here. You see the underside of that. Cool. Hey, and look, there's some of that white stuff over there on that part too. Man. All right, I wonder if I can get a sample of this. I don't know if this is gonna come out. Watch this whole thing fall on my head. That would be awesome. Wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't. Yeah, this stuff's not coming out, man. Oh, look. All right, well, I'm not getting any of that today. Oh, maybe. Or I might find some down here. Got some right there. Cool, I got me a sample. I like that one. All right, guys, I'm moving on. Are you liking this place so far? Because I am. That rock's cool. Here you go. Here's that first one I showed you as I walked up. Nice. Okay, and as far as I could tell, that's where I just was. And I came from somewhere way back up that way. But you can see how far down I am already. It looks like maybe the river's not too far away. It obviously gets deeper, but I'm in the lower section now, and you saw where that part is. So let's see what's down this way. I just barely drove, and then all of a sudden I see this sticking out of the wall as well. Just more of that white stuff. It's sticking out. Look, and it ends right there. It's just out of those little mounds. Look at that. Cool. White stone. See more and more of that white stone down here. Look at this. More and more of that white stone showing up. I'm about halfway to the river. I'm about halfway through one side of the canyon. All right. Yeah, it definitely goes deeper here. Oh, look, there's big chunks of that white stuff. Well, you can't see it, but it looked like a foot thick of whatever that white stuff is. And it's just all throughout the hillsides here. Red Rock Ranch. So yeah, look, they're farming down here in the middle of this. There's just all that red stuff. Iron-rich soil. Oh, here's the river. Prairie Dog Town, fork of Red River. So this is the river here. I'll get across. There's somebody behind me. All right, so I just crossed over the river. I'm gonna head back because I want to go down there. But as I'm turning around, I'm on the other side of that bank, and look, it's just real thick versions of that white stuff. And it's harder over here. Definitely harder. Look, this is all solid rock on this side. Wow. Is that marble? That's hard. Look at that. That's cool. It sure looks like marble to me. I don't know, man. It's freaking hard. Whatever it is. That other stuff was so brittle, though. I don't understand. All right, guys, help me out. Tell me what this stuff is. I can't break that one. Oh, and listen. It's definitely glassy. Huh. It is definitely glassy. That one's a little, could break off on this little corner piece here. See, it's just all over this side. Look, even across the road. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, there's some nice big chunks. Wow. Weird. All right, well, somebody's broken taillight. Yeah, big stuff over here. Big pieces. Yeah. So that side's a little eroded off. But yeah, it's just big layers going all the way down on this side. Look at that. So, if you've seen any of Billy Overton's experiments with moving water and a river system, you'll see that there's usually a charge separation through the river, meaning like a positive and a negative side. So I think that has something to do with it. I don't know, I'm just speculating now because I don't even know what this white stuff is. So. Oh, wow, look at that thing. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna head back to the river. All right, so I'm headed back the way I was coming from. So you get an idea of what the range looks like on this side. From kind of that center of that direction there. All right, so it just looks like a bunch of washout. I'm still gonna go check it out though real quick. Well, shoot, I can't because there's a fence. All right, well, I tried. this. Look, that white rock goes all the way down in there. Look at that, that's cool. Whoa. Look at all that. That's amazing layers right there. Weird. Look at the pattern right here. Look at it, all pinches right there into that little point. Seems like all of that kind of pinches right down here in the middle too. Look, it just pinches together right there. Look at that one angle, just look. What's this? That way and that way through these. What do you think? Is that electric? Did a force of charge going through that create those layers? What do you think? Down in the drainage ditch now, there's the road. Just a big old piece of rock that they just poured this concrete around. It's that same white stuff that's in those layers that's all crumbly. Look at that. Look at this stuff. Look how fine the filaments get. And they're cross-hatching each other. So, I don't know what else would do that except for charge separation. Look. Look. That's all one. Splits off. Comes back together. Look at this. This one goes all the way down here to match that piece. And then it goes up at an angle, goes through this one, goes through more, goes through all of those to there. And then that one bends up at an opposition there. What is going on here? Look like this. What's this? What's all that about? Look at that. I like the blue. Whatever that blue is mixed in there. That's beautiful. All right, I want to head over to that other side where I saw those other weird looking rocks. All right, now it's just over there. This is what the view looks like from the other side of the road. All right, I'm headed to that sky right here. that same material. You see all these layers kind of separating out of the ground like that and going up this mound. Look, you see the directions going that way there. Then these are going this direction. That's going that direction. This one's looping back over here. And then look, as we get up here, it's going sideways. That part's going up now at an angle that way. What's going on? This is folding. Oh, no. But then look at this. What's that? It's just like a solid dome on top. And just weird. This is just weird. And this stuff being so flaky, I could see that just being eroded pieces. But I thought maybe that was a hard rock. I don't think so now after seeing it close up. Probably just like this. Kind of flaky. Kind of flaking off here. Strange. Just break that off. Like you can see, that's one of those little lines. Yeah, this stuff is eroding away. All right, I'm moving on from this. All right, I just came up over that first rise from the river. Whoa, and this looks, whoa, okay. This is like a whole new section. Oh man. Wow, and those are like, look like mountains from here. That's a lot higher elevation than I was at, I think. It's like this side's built up more than the other side was. Oh, this is huge. Oh, and there's some giant deep canyons over there. Can't see it really good from here. All right, we'll just take this in for a moment here. So I noticed something in those far distant ridges. There's these little peaks at the end of each one, and they seem to rise up above it. I saw them on the ones in the rear as well. There's one over to the left that we can't really see, but if this was being vaporized and there was lots of winds and storms going above this, I would think that where a peak like that is on the right, kind of that dome shape, is where some material would build up in a little vortex of sorts. So again, more speculation from yours truly. All right, I'm heading up and out that direction, so I thought I'd pull over and just take this. This is really pretty. Look, you can see, again, those layerings of of that white material and all of this red. It's beautiful. You can see it way over there. I started way up there at the top of the peak. Ooh, that wind just picked up. Ooh, it's cold. Look, some petrified wood, I think. So this stuff's all over the place up here. Bunch of quartz, rounded quartz rocks on top of this little mound. And I found this little flat one. That's pretty cool. Look at that. That's neat. Oh, hey, look at this. What's this? Look at there. That's a piece of flint right there. Nice. That's cool. Well, look at that. That's that beautiful deep purple color that I saw kind of mixed in with the top portion of that big white wall just on the other side of the river as I passed over. I like that. That's nice. Is that like a... It's not amethyst. I'm not sure what that is. It's just a lot of really cool rocks up on this hill. Look, that's all quartz. Spirally formations in there. All this stuff is just heaped up. Oh, that's neat. Alright, I'm headed out after I look at this though. Oh, that just falls apart like that, huh? Hey, look at there though. Look at that. It's an interesting little shape. What's up with that? Oh, that's kind of weird. I like weird stuff, if you didn't tell. I'm a weird kind of guy, I guess. Guys are always hanging out with me, watching my crazy journeys. Hey, look, I found a really cool little hagstone. Look at that. Yeah. Nice. Awesome. I love these kind of rocks. That's such a weird looking rock. I'm up near the top again, but I'm on the north side. You know, I'll say I've been trying to get video and photos and it doesn't do it justice. I just looked at what I recorded, and it's nothing like being here. Especially when you turn back around and try to look out. You don't get the real perspective of how huge this thing is until you're here. And not only are there these canyon walls, but there's also then a middle platform layer down in the middle where all that farmland was. And then there's a further canyon where the actual river runs through it. So watch any of my experiments or other people's experiments with wood is going to be the prime example you can find. Look up wood burning using high voltage discharge, and you'll find it. And you'll see how this stuff is formed. And I've done it also in earth material like sand or clay. And you'll see where it will fractal out, but while it's fractaling out and vaporizing all of that outer material, the center channel is a river. And that's exactly what I see here. I see the exact same thing here. I have found evidence of some vitrification and some items that turn into more of a glassy rock. So again, it's a combination of things. It's not just electricity. There definitely was water involved. I think there was a huge storm. I think there was massive lightning in the sky, charges going everywhere. I think our entire planet was, again, overcharged by a passing planet that appeared as a comet because the solar system was being arranged. If this is the first video you've come across of mine, go look at some of the older stuff and research the electric universe theory, because I think it's probably the most valid theory of them all. It's just my opinion. Call me crazy if you want. I don't care. Here we go. Well, I'm at the very top, exiting out. So you can see how far down it goes. And then way over there is where I came in on. Goes for miles and miles and miles. I wonder how far that distance is. I bet that's a good ways over there. I just noticed something really weird over there. What is that? I don't know what that is. You see that kind of squiggly line right there? Strange. Anyway. Well, beautiful place. If you're ever in the Amarillo area or driving through the Panhandle of Texas, you should definitely make your way to Palo Duro Canyon and this giant system that continues all the way out that way. And they have lots of different canyon names as you go further southeast. So, all right, it's been fun. Unless I find anything else, I'm out of here. Here's another good shot. I'm again at the very top and leaving. It's kind of hard to get a good picture. Sun setting in the cloud cover. Real cool place. All right, so I'm still in Texas. I am in between Stinnett and Borger, and it's probably about an hour north of where I was, and still got this red rock right here, and it has this awesome line going through. All of the other hills that I saw, just like huge boulders everywhere, all up in there. So take a look at this stuff. This is hard stuff. This ain't that flaky, breaky stuff. Look at this too. That's awesome. Look at this stuff. So, I think this was all formed by charge separation. I really do. See that line going all the way through? All the way down. All right, so you could see, okay, so you could see where I was down here at the canyon. I went north, and I am in between Stinnett and Borger. And again, you can see to the left and to the right, these same Lichtenberg style patterns. Let's just zoom in some of these places. Look at that. That's incredible. All right, and right here is where I just found that melted looking rock in those layers. That's where I'm at right now. Right here in this little cutaway. And you can see on top of these mountains, well, hills, whatever you want to call them, there's just these big giant pebbles. Big giant, they look like pebbles here. Giant boulders. Just look at this stuff though. So like, look at this right here. Look, does that look like from water drainage? Or does that look like those Lichtenberg patterns coming off of a discharge? I mean, look at that. All right, so if we follow this down over here, look, you can see how this kind of wants to pinch down right there at the top of Amarillo, right here where it says Bishop Hills. It's reaching down here. You can still see it continue onward. And then look, here's where Palo Duro Canyon State Park starts. And look, if we follow this, that will make a connection right over here. Look, and if it's water that carved all that out, look, then what does it mean then if this is coming, this Canadian River right here is coming over this way, right? And then we have all this flat land that's raised up, and then we got that other big canyon system down there. It doesn't make sense to me. But look, you come over here and you can see over here what starts to happen. Oh, come on, I don't want to do that. Now look at this stuff. Come on, look at that. Look, you got Navajo Nation. The Hopi and the Navajo Nation, this Zuni Reservation, this whole area right inside of this swirl. Look at that, man. Can you see all these patterns starting over here and coming up this way? Look. Look at that. Is that really from water running south? Doesn't make sense. And look, this thing splits off like this. And then we have this one up above it. But there's raised land in between it. If this canyon system was caused by flooding, tell me how. Flooding alone, because I think this whole area was covered by a flood, and then as it dried out and there was a difference in charge, then it vaporized this whole section. That's what I think. So, look at this. These are all wells. All up here. Look at these. Look at all these dendritic ridges right here. These are all well sites. They are drilling oil and gas past a bunch of refineries driving up here. So all these resources are left behind here. Look at all these patterns. Look at this. Look at all that white stone. Look. That looks like that white stone, that white stuff I was seeing. Look at these patterns. Look. Is that caused by water? This is all caused by water, huh? This isn't like those electrical experiments. Look at this. How is this caused by water? Look. Can you help me understand this? If somebody has a better explanation for me, Waters Canyon. Look. Where's the water coming from? There's no rivers connecting to it. Look at this. Look at all these fractal Lichtenberg patterns. Look, it just keeps going. Look, and it's following that Canadian River. I get it. They're saying that erosion is causing these formations, but it doesn't make sense without something else to it. But on a global scale, it definitely makes a lot more sense to me. And you got these stretch marks, and you got all these sinuous movements of the continents. You got these swirls like that right there. You got these weird things like this in the ocean floor outside of Asia. Look at this. I mean, come on. You don't see this pattern here? See these patterns continuing here? Whoa. This is all just supposed to be from tectonic plates. Look, here you go. Boom. You seen that before? Boot print. Look, Prandtl-Meyer expansion fan right there. Boom. Come on. There was some major storms on this planet. All over the world. Look, why do you think this desert is a desert? The Egyptian pharaoh that they talk about, the parting of the Red Sea. Look, this earth got pulled apart and it expanded during global cataclysm. Look at this crack going all the way down, splitting the continents with all these stretch marks. And then look at this crazy anomaly here. Right? Boom, like that thing just got bent around. And this isn't flat, this is round. It all connects together. Anyway. Goodness gracious. Well, I'm going to keep driving north. Look at this. I'm going to pass all this stuff. I don't know if I could see this from the road or not. This is what I'm coming up on. Does that look like from water to you? Water erosion? That's from water, huh? All of this is from water erosion. I don't think so. I don't think so.